Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I built my TV wall, or may I say, entertainment wall. If it's your first time here, my name is Shayna. On this channel, I do a lot of home DIY projects and different type of crafting. If it's not your first time here, welcome back. Now, before you go any further, I want you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Click that notification bell, and if you make it all the way to the video and you like what you see, just give it a thumbs up. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't cost a thing. Also, please share this video with your friends and family. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't cost either. So go ahead and share it out on your social media. So let me stop talking and we'll get right into the video. All right, guys. So here I have my so-called measurements. Okay, I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm gonna also have the measurement in the description box below, because you know what, I've built a few things in the past and like years later people are asking me the measurement and I don't remember, because I can't remember something that I did yesterday, not to mention what I did 2 years ago or a couple years ago. So those are the so-called measurement that I have there. I was writing them down, so I'm gonna have those in the description box below, so you can go ahead and check that out. So here I am. If you guys haven't seen the video of how I put the sideboards together, then you could go ahead and check that video. That's going to be in the iCard above. It's also going to be in the description box below. So all I'm using here, guys, is a stud finder and a pencil, and I'm trying to find where the studs are in the wall so I can put my 2x4 to put up my what you call this, my sheetrock on it. So this is a cheaper version of the nowadays luxury modern design TV wall that I've been seeing everybody like going for. It's on Pinterest, you guys could look it up. So what I did before I did everything, what I didn't show on camera, is I kind of measure the length of the wall, and then I kind of find a happy place where to place that, if you guys are interested in knowing how did I figure that out. So here I am, I'm using my miter saw and I'm cutting the 2x4s. And I'm gonna go downstairs. Well, I'm upstairs, of course, at this point, because one of the saw was upstairs, because I'm also working on some other project, as you guys can see in that room. So make sure, all I'm saying there is make sure you wear goggles. Don't do like I do. Don't be going up there to your saw and say, well, Shayna didn't wear goggles, so I don't need to put a goggles on, guys, because you know the dust from that and wood could fly back. Anything fly back may hit you in the eye, and I don't want anything to happen to you. So don't do like I do. Make sure you wear goggles. So, okay, so that's all I'm doing. Cutting my 2x4s after I took my measurements. And as you guys could see, the measurement of the sideboard total was 118 inches, if I make sense. Okay, whatever that is in foot. I did not look at foot. I just look at the measurements. And that's what I was measuring. And that's why I found the middle, cut my 2x4, use my stud finder, find my studs. And then I'm going to screw that in the wall. You know what I'm saying? There we go. So there it is. Shayna just pushed one of those drywall screw, and we're gonna pre-drill that in, and we're gonna put that in the wall. Guys, this is super if you can use a drill, this is super easy. It's, you know what, it's way easier than it looks. I built this in a day. Well, less than a day if you should add up all the time, because I work, and in between work I do a little bit of DIY at home. So now, guys, once I do so, you want to make sure you have your level. So I'm putting my level up there to make sure it's level, so this way my new board to the stud is not crooked, because then the sheetrock is gonna look like it's saying hello, hey, whatever, not even hi, but hello. That's how much it's gonna be like crooked. So anyways, your girl is over there doing all of that, and there we go. We missed, but we're going. So we're just getting those screws in, and I want to make sure it's nice and tight. So I'm putting extra, like 2 screws on each side to where the stud is. Okay, so there it goes. Now once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put up right there. I don't need to measure anything, because I know where the stud is, because where I put the screw. What I need to do though is to make sure it's level. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use my knee, of course, because the dog can't hold it. It's me alone, and I use that to hold it and screw that in. So now once I got the first screw in, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use my level to make sure it's leveled. Did I say that right? I don't know. To make sure it's level. And then once it look like it's level, of course I gotta stand back and look at it, because you know what I'm saying, we gotta stand back and look at it, because sometimes the thing look level to the eye, or it don't look level to the eye, or look level on that but not level to the eye. So you got to also, step back and look at it too. Okay, this is the process of how I do things. because I want to make sure, there's a lot of stuff goes through my head daily. Sometimes I'll be like, all right, enough, no more. So, because then I keep building. I'll just keep building something or making something. So anyways, we want to get our measurements so we know where our stud is. That's all I did. Now I got my level to make sure everything is level. And then I'm going to go ahead. Once it's level, I'm going to go ahead and get my drill and my screws, and I'm going to screw it to the stud. Keep it on the wall. So there you go. That's all I am doing. So then I'm going to go ahead and I got to put that bottom piece on. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing this by myself. I put the sheetrock there because I was trying to do the measurement to see where I really need to place this, make sure it's centered between that long wall. So that's why it's there. You're probably like, why is the sheetrock in the way? Well, it's there because I wanted to measure. Because I somewhat have to use my eyes to see. I'm not a professional. So I can't go over there and be like, all right, the wall is this much. I'm going to take that minus that. Plus I suck at math anyway. So I had to put it over there and keep pushing and pushing where it looks good. And then I have to sit on the couch too, guys, to look to make sure it's the perfect spot for the eye. So here we go. It's nothing fancy, guys. Literally nothing fancy. All you got to do is find the stud and put that up there. Now, I know some people's going to be like, why not just put the sheetrock on the wall when you find the stud? Well, I could do that, but I didn't want to do that because as you keep watching, and then you're gonna see why I did not want to put the sheetrock on the wall. I had to use the 2x4 first and to make that. So keep watching and you'll see why I did that. Okay, now look at me. I'm over there. It's allergy time and these wood ain't doing me no favor. Okay, so I'm hoping I don't do that bad as I did last year with my allergy. God, I couldn't breathe. But these wood ain't doing me no good. But here I am, I'm securing them and making sure it's fine. So once I feel like it's strong enough, I'm gonna go over there and I gotta swing on it. There you go. And 160, well, I lost weight, so 150 pounds swinging on that baby. It's not coming down. I'm pretty sure the TV ain't that heavy, 160 pounds. So here I am. I got this I got this TV wall mount from Amazon. Now, I'm not promoting it. I'm not a partnership with it or anything. So that's where I got it from. And it could hold up, I think, 35 to whatever pound. I don't know. It's going to be in the description. So there I go. I put my 2x4 on. And there it's a one-man show. It's always a one-man show, okay? So it's a one-man show. And there I go. It's simple. I put up the sheetrock myself. You guys see it. It's not that hard. So I'm using those sideboard to hold it, so and a piece of 2x4 to get it up there. Now you can use a plywood for this, and I know somebody's gonna be like, why not use plywood? Okay, I did not use plywood. Here's why: because I already have this sheetrock, and it's cheaper. Okay, so why go spend more money? We're trying to do. That's why we call it DIY, do it yourself, because you're gonna got money. If you got money, you pay somebody to do it, but also you could have money and pay somebody to do it, and they F it up. So why not just do it and F it up yourself? Like I already F it up. Okay. So what I did wrong was I put that up there because I was going to cut a hole out in the sheetrock to put the mount on it. And then I found out that it's too high. So I probably should put the sheetrock up first. And then I could get a better way of seeing where I need to put those two pieces of 2x4, because of course the mount ain't that wide, so I have to put those two pieces of 2x4 and make sure they go to those that goes to the stud, if I make sense. So and then I would put the mount on the 2x4. I know it sounds like a lot I just say. Again, I could have put it behind. Again, like I said, I could have put that 2x4 behind the sheetrock to have the TV another flush or more flush to the sheetrock. But I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just eyeballing and going. In my head, I feel like I could do this. I'm like, I could do this. And this is how I come up with these projects. When people say, how do you know to do all these things? Because it's in my head. Listen, the mind over matter. Your mind has a lot to do. If you tell yourself you can't, then you won't. But if you tell yourself you can, you'll do it. Because in my head, I'm like, this is easy. I can do it. 1, 2, 3. Sure was. But, with a little bit of arrows. I mean, not bad, So there I am. You're probably wondering, what the hell is she doing? All I'm doing is I'm looking behind that sheetrock, kind of like eyeballing to make sure that sheetrock is set, kind of like center or perfect to where those pieces of 2x4 are that I have on the back of behind the sheetrock. Now I can't even let go, because remember, if I let go, that thing is going to fall in my head. gonna fall right on me. The good thing is it's a piece of sheetrock, so that it may oh, there we go. It may break my head instead of me I may break it instead of breaking my head because it's sheetrock, okay? But at the same time, we don't want a concussion, okay? Anyways, now enough of me talking foolishness, if I make sense. I'm fighting, trying to hold it up with my elbow, and using those screws and holding it in. I just need to get a grip on this. Once I get a grip on it, I gotta keep going, you know what I'm saying? So there I am, I'm going in, using my drill. Can't let go, because you let go, to the salon, there we go, okay? Or to the morgue, I don't know, or to the hospital, which, you don't want to go to those places nowadays. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing, securing all that stuff. Oh my God, I haven't done a video so long. I'm getting like, oh God, you got to do more, Shayna. But anyways, so that's all I'm doing. Now I have my hand behind that sheetrock and I'm trying to feel, I'm trying to use my other senses. They said you have 5 senses, but sometimes not all my 5 senses work. Sometimes 2 work, sometimes 3 work. So all I'm is using one of my 5 senses to feel, to make sure I hit that 2x4 and not just screw through the sheetrock for no reason. So that's all I'm doing. And of course it works, because you see what I see. The screw went right through. Well, that one didn't work. I got to come back out and I got to eyeball it again. So here we go. Now we're going to get it right. So we finally get it right. And we're just putting a few more screws in here to hold that sheetrock up, because I don't know. You don't want it to fall off, but I don't think it's going to fall off. But it's better to save than to be sorry. So put more screws. So here I am using the stud finder again to find where the stud is, so I could put up again my 2x4 on the outside so I could see what I'm doing. So we're going to 2x4, and again, those 2 pieces of 2x4 is what we're going to put the TV mount on to mount the TV up there. So you see, it's not bad. It's really easy, and it's me alone. Again, we got to get her level and make sure it's level, because you don't want a TV to be crooked. Be like I'm gonna be watching the TV looking like my dog. Like when I talk to my dog, if you guys have a dog or so, what those dogs that tilt their head. Yeah, so I'll be watching the TV like that. But anyways, the level fell, whatever. Which I'm gonna teach the dog to know how to bring me the level. But we know that our stuff is level. It's right where we want it. And we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna put the mount up again and try to measure where we want the other one. And then all I'm gonna do is put it right on the bottom, make a mark, and screw the 2x4 into the other 2x4 that's underneath the sheetrock. Okay, so that's all that's going on there. So once we get that in, we get that secure, and then voila, life is good. Okay, so again, if you made it this far throughout the video, you better not leave this page without giving me a thumbs up. At least a thumbs up. Okay, and I know a lot of people can't give a thumbs up because they don't sign into their account, or so if you can't do that, then I'm gonna charge you to watch it to the end. Since you can't give me a thumbs up, then watch the video to the end and check out some more of my other videos. Okay, I'll be watching you. Ask me how I could see you. Oh, that's a secret, but I'll be watching you. So here we go. Again, we have our level, and we want to make sure everything is level. Some people would say level, nice and plumb, but we ain't plumbing nothing up here. We just want to make sure it's level. And again, it's a one-man show, and it's a DIY. It's called do it yourself. Okay, so we're not professional, but I'm gonna tell you, this did turn out damn good for not being a professional. So here we are, guys. These little strips to buy those here we go. That's the measurements right there. I'm putting there. Make sure you take a screenshot. Don't ask me in the comment section, because I don't know. I'm gonna also have it in the description box. But those nice paneling kind of that they're using nowadays to make these, is kind of like it's not pole wrap, but it's like that nice slot panel. I don't know what it is called. Those are not cheap. I looked them up, and it's really not cheap. It's like $160 something for like 4 foot. That's not gonna take me anywhere. So I decided to do it something different, and I went up to the Home Depot and I bought 20 pieces of these, and it was only $2 a piece. So it was way cheaper, guys, way cheaper than to buy not even more than a fraction, should I say, cheaper than to buy that paneling. So plus I didn't want the brown up there anyway, because I already have that black accent wall thing. I don't want the place to look crazy. I wanted to keep it kind of white. I'm like, I'm not gonna spend all that money to buy this and then to paint it white, so why not just figure out another way? So here we go. We figure it out. We bought these, and all I'm doing right now, I'm doing some measurements, and I'm gonna just use my saw, my miter saw, and I'm gonna cut those down once it suit my measurement. Again, guys, don't do like I do. Make sure you put your glasses on to protect your eyes, okay? Don't do like I do. But again, I try to hold my head as high as I can from that. So I got a few pieces cut. We're just measuring them to make sure everything looks right. Then I'm just gonna go on over there. And I just wish that camera could just turn as I move versus I have to keep stopping to move it so you guys could see what I'm doing. Boy. Or I wish I had a cameraman or a camera woman, whatever it is. But anyways, what I'm doing here, there's a bunch of cuttings. So all I'm doing is I'm gonna measure a few of these. And I'm measuring it up from the previous ones I cut. I don't need to pull the tape measurement again. And I'm just gonna cut. And once I feel like I have enough cut, I was going to use the nail gun and nail those in. But then the battery died. And thank God it's dead. Like, not die, but it's not enough strength. So then I'm like, thank God that happened. Because guess what? I don't have to caulk any holes. So I went for this heavy duty lock. Whatever this thing is. Fast set. Quick grab. As soon as you put it on, it gravitate with the glue. It's like some heavy duty glue. So there I am. I had that from previous project and I'm there with it and it's working and I'm doing my thing. So then I'm just gonna go up. Then once I put the first one up, all I'm doing, I'm gonna use a second piece to measure in between to make sure the space and the distance between those two pieces of trims is the same. So I'm using one to guide, so make sure the space is not too big for some part or not too small for some part. And that's all I'm doing is quick grab, just like that. Just as you put it on the wall, there it is. It gravitates to the wall. So now it's even better because there's no hole in the wall. And not only that, I don't have to caulk. Because then if I'd caulk, it probably would look some kind of way and I would have to probably paint over it. And then, you know what I'm saying? So it end up work out. This look more cleaner and nicer. So that's all I'm doing. Cut, glue, paste on the wall. Cut, glue, paste on the wall to get me my little paneling wall design. And I want to keep it pretty clean again. So like I said, I won't be painting this. So that's why I said, why spend all that money to buy that piece and then freaking paint it? That don't make no sense because it's not cheap. So anyway, and I want to keep it clean. So there we go. I just keep cutting. So out of the 20, I bought 20 pieces of that. And out of the 20, I end up using only 9. I end up using 9 pieces to do my design. So for these ones that's going behind the sheetrock, I did not even put it straight down. Because why put it straight down when it's not going to even show? I just cut it to where it's going to stop behind the sheetrock. And like you guys can see, it's probably hard to see because it's white. But you'll see if you watch to the end, the finished product. But there it is. So that's all I do. And I measure again, cut. And of course, there goes my dog. She wants to help. She wants all the attention, especially when I'm busy. She's like, okay, can we play? I'm going to look at her tail in the video because I sped this video up and her tail is like, anyways. Thank God there's no kids home because you see that knife behind me? Oh my God. Thank God I don't have any kids. Because that knife, and thank God my dog won't pick up the knife. Because anyways, I got tired of using that little squeezing out thing because the damn thing ain't working. So, and I'm like, I'm not wasting this. I'm using one of those long screw to wipe it on that, so to get the glue on it. So that's all I'm doing. You're probably like, why she don't use that? Well, that's what I'm doing. And them ones, those go along all the way down to the baseboard. So I don't have to cut. Yeah, I did have to cut, but just a little piece off versus the other one that I had to cut along, like shorter. So now that's it. So all I'm doing, I'm using a little bit of mud and I am mudding those screw holes. And that's it. Now, again, this project could take a day because if you use like the quick dry, you know those quick dry, you could just go up to the Home Depot or the Lowe's or the Walmart and get those little jars, like a little cup of ice cream, the pink stuff that when it dry turn white, that dry really fast, quick dry or fast set or whatever. But here what, I have mud in the house. I ain't gonna buy that. I'm not gonna go buy that for what? We're gonna use the mud and we're gonna mud, and then once we mud, we put one coat just to black that out, and we feeling good about what's going on here. So there it is. So now I was gonna call it a night, but then I say, it's still early and I can't go any further because I gotta wait for that mud to dry. So why not just move on to the next step and make life easier? So here we go. We have those LED string light that I got from Amazon. Again, this is not a promotion or a partnership, but I'm gonna also have that in the description box below if you want to go check out that. Feel free to go. So you don't have to buy this one. You can buy whichever you want. I don't get anything, so I don't care. I don't really. It doesn't really matter. But if it's easier for you guys, so that way 10 years from now you don't have to be like, Where did you buy this one? 10 years from now, I can't remember my right foot from my left foot. So, anyways, we're sitting there, we're putting it together. I think this is like 200 feet. I didn't need that much, but what I did, I wrapped it around twice. So, of course, I got to move these stupid things out of the way, tilt it over a little bit. I don't even know why I have it there. Don't ask why I have it there. I have it there because I got to see. I got to see what I'm doing. I can't just do it. If I should make it again, then I have a better idea, but it's my first time doing this, so I had to see the vision. You see what I mean? I got to see the vision as it comes to life. So now all I'm doing here, we plug that in and we're going to get this LED string light works. Oh, and I forgot to mention, these work with Alexa. The LED light, they work with Alexa. So you could use it with your Google Home or your Alexa, whatever. And you could just be like, Alexa, turn the light on. Alexa, dim light. Alexa, whatever mood you're in while you're in your living room, you could do that. And now that's why I said, this is why I did not put the sheetrock on top of the sheetrock, because I want to be able for the light to, I don't know, illuminate. Is that the right word? Whatever, reflect behind the wall. So plug that in, and then we're just gonna go ahead and already start going around the edge of the sheetrock, and we're gonna take it from the back part, and we're gonna go all the way around. And there goes Fiona wants to play, and we're just going around, as you can see. And it's already start looking good, even though I'm not done. But, you know, I said, let me just, it would look nicer if I do that. But it doesn't matter if you want to put your lights on after or before. But I have other things to do. I don't know about you. So I'm like, why not just get to the next step since I can't do anything else? Because I'm waiting for that mud to dry, which is not going to dry until the next day. However, if I'd used a quick set, I would have been done with this in less than a day, guys. It's that easy. Less than a day. So we keep going and we're going, and you can see, you already seen that blue light reflecting around that. Isn't that pretty? It's not even done, and it's absolutely gorgeous. No, to me it is. I don't care if you like it, but I like it, because guess what? It's my home. I do what I please. Your home, you do what you please. So we're going around, and then I was going to, at one point with the extra, I was thinking maybe I should put it down, the rest down the bottom, but no, I didn't. I end up wrap it around twice. So that's the green light. It's probably not showing right on camera. It's more beautiful when the light is off. So I'm just showing you guys as I wrap it up for the night, and as I change the colors, you guys could see different color. It flashes, it does whatever, but I'm not gonna go through all of that because who cares. So see the extra sets of light right there? That's what I did to wrap. So now we're on day 2. It's the next day, and all I'm doing here, I'm sanding, and I'm just using I think this is 100 grit sandpaper, just to sand it down a little bit. Because it's just nail hole, and I put the mud on thick enough. You don't have to put 3 coats of mud. I didn't have to, okay, because it's just screw hole. If you're doing like taping and all that, then you need to put like 3 coats of mud on, but I didn't have to. It's just screw holes that I'm trying to hide. So now once I'm done, I'm going to use the broom, of course, and I'm going to dust it off. I'm going to use my little cleaner thing here. And once I was done dusting that off, I'm using some sealing paint. Okay, I'm using sealing paint to prime my stuff. It's up to you. If you want to go buy primer, really, you should use a primer to prime the sheetrock. But again, we're on a budget. This is a budget DIY. That's why we DIY, because we're on budget, okay? So I'm using what I have in my house. I have some sealing paint leave over, and this sealing paint it goes on pink. When it dry, it turn white. I'm gonna use that. I'm not gonna buy no primer. I ran out of primer. I'm not gonna buy no primer just to prime a sheetrock. No, if I had other projects to do, then definitely. But right now, no more project to do right now that I need primer. So I'm using the leftover sealing paint, and that's all I'm doing. We're using a roller with that. And then we're just rolling away, rolling on the river. No, don't do that. Okay, let me stop. So anyways, that's all I'm doing, and it's pretty quick, pretty easy, like you see. We're doing that. Once that dry, it's gonna turn white, and when it turns white, all I have to do is put 2 coats of my other paint. That's what they look like so far. So there it is, dry white. Come on now, why do I need to kill myself to buy primer? So all I'm saying there is, after I primed everything, I now realize that, wait, those wood are too high. I gotta move them because the TV is not gonna like look centered. Again, we make trial and error. So we have some leftover paint there from my kitchen. There it is. And then we're gonna use some of the Behar yeah, so that's high gloss. So I was using that for some of the trims. So I wanted, and that's satin, so I want a little bit of sheen, so when the lights, when it lights up, it just bounces off really nice. So here I am just mixing that, stirring that up, because of course I don't have, that's my little painting, mixing it up, and then we're gonna mix that satin finish along with a little bit of that pure white Behar trim. It's not trim, it's high gloss. We're gonna mix it to give, I don't know, whatever it shows it comes out to look like. It did look nice. You guys will see. Keep watching to the end. So we're just stirring, and then we're gonna mix, pour it together, mix it. So once I mix those up and I get it all even out, I better make sure I have enough, because I may mix again and don't have the right color, or probably have too much of one, too little of the other. So we make sure we mix up enough. It's better to have more than to have not enough. So all we're doing again, we're just gonna go over that with a roller, and it's a quick roll. We roll that, roll down. And I did this twice, but I'm only gonna be showing you guys once, because there's no need to show you painting twice, because you guys already know what to do. Like, come on now, who don't know to do that? That's 1, 2, 3. So we're just rolling that, and you can't ever see the difference, because where's the difference? So rolling that, roll, and once we're done, I think I can see that a little bit now that I'm looking at it. Once it dry, you'll see it better. Now again, remember, I'm going to be moving those two pieces. Don't ask me why the middle part ain't painted. Don't worry about it. So now all I'm going to do is, as I go along, as I eyeball this thing, I'm like, oh, instead of leaving the edge like that, I'm going to go ahead, and I have a lot of leftovers. Like I said, I bought 20 pieces of those things and I only used 9. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to use our miter saw and cut a 45-degree angle at the edge. There you go. That's what it looks like. That's what a 45-degree looks like. And we're just going to do that for both sides. 45-degree angle to give it a nice clean look around the parameters, if that makes sense, or around sheetrock. So once we get that in and all of that stuff going, we're just going to go up and we're going to get some more glue, and we're going to tie that off to the end and make it look nice and tidy. You know what I mean? Also, I want to have you guys go ahead and follow me over on TikTok. Follow me over on Instagram and Facebook. I seem to post more over on Facebook, as that's where my support comes from the most. So I tend to post more over there than over here. I feel like every time I make a video, I kept saying, I'm going to try to post more video, but I don't, because it's sometimes discouraging if you guys are not watching, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, so go ahead. The link is in my description box below. Why don't you just go over there and show my other channel, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, some love. I really would appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. And then here we are. We're just getting that up there. We're being very precise here, okay? So we want to make sure everything, like I said, is a quick grab glue that I'm using. I'm going to have that in the description box as well. So you don't have to ask me. Don't ask me anything. It's going to be in the description box, okay? And just in case I say it wrong, it's in the description box, because I really won't remember 5 years from now when you ask me, okay? So check the description box if you come across this video 5 years from now. Everything that I use in this video will be in the description box below. So I'm just using a piece of whatever, cleaning cloth, wet cleaning cloth, to clean up as I go along, because I don't want my glue to dry on my trim. It's not gonna look right. I want, everything to look nice and clean and smooth. And I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to do the same thing for both sides. Again, we're trying to get that nice, tight, nice, clean finish. Put a 45-degree miter again, and we're doing all that. And we're just going to do that right around the sheetrock, like I said before, and I shall say it again. So that's what I'm doing. And there it is. That's what all 4 corners look like, all nice and clear. Look how sharp that is. That's what you call a 45 right there. So go ahead and give me some love about that. That's what you call a true 45-degree cut right there. No joking right there. So right around the parameters, right around the sheetrock, all nice, clean, and tidy. And you see how that paint gave me that look? It kind of like matches back the cabinet, like it's like the perfect match. So that's why I did mix up all that mixing both paint, so it looks nice there. So here we are. Now I am going ahead, and we have the Samsung TV here. I'm just gonna open up the box. No, don't be asking me if I'm gonna hang that by myself, because we don't want to break that TV. We could break a sheetrock because it's only $13, and I have more in my garage, but we don't want to break the TV, okay? So I'm gonna do as much as I can. Like, I gotta put the mount on the back and all that. Then I'm gonna have my friend come over and help me to hang it, because I could hang it by myself. The problem is you need somebody to hold it while you tighten it up, and God seeing, God knows I don't want to break this TV. So I decided to wait, and I wait. My friend came over, helped me hang it up, and I want to say thank you for coming over to help me hang it up to my friend. And I'm not done yet, because we're gonna poke a hole or screw a hole or drill a hole, whichever, in the back, and we're gonna put those TV cord through those, so you don't have to be looking at the TV cord. But we're gonna do so later on, and then we're gonna style this as well. So you know, this is just what the finished product look like. This is what it looks like without the lights been on behind it. And the sideboard, like, again guys, don't forget to check out the video of how I put those sideboard together, because I work pretty hard to put that together, just to make a video for you guys to see that I work pretty hard. So go ahead and check that out as well. It's going to be popping up again in the icon description box below. And that's what it looks like with the lights behind it. Looks even better at night, I guess, because the light in the ceiling is on and the camera and everything is doing, no, I kid you not, it's not doing it any justice. But that's what it looks like. I really love it. It turned out good. Not because I did it, but you know, it turned out nice. And guess what? For like $2, you do the math, $2.09 a piece, with $9 and a sheetrock that I already had in my garage, which you could pay $13 for at the Home Depot or the Lowe's, way cheaper. But yeah guys, that's what the finished project looks like. Oh my god, I love this so much. God, it doesn't look good on the camera because the rest of the house is a mess, so I'm standing as close as I can to make this video. But like literally, if you like go back like more and look at it, oh my god, so nice. Now I can't wait to style this and finish cleaning up for spring and get it moving. I feel like I just constantly do stuff, but I love it. I want that clean look though. You see how nice and clean it is? Don't be looking at that thing in the corner in the wall because it was there previously. We're gonna have to move that. Like, it's a mess in the house, but I can't wait to style it. But all I want to say, if you make it this far in the video and you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please go ahead and do so. Okay, also make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Share the video, guys. Share it with your friends and family. This way they won't miss out. You know, you may not want to build this, but somebody you know may want to build this. And guess what? I didn't look it up on YouTube, and I ain't seen none yet. I see a lot of shorts, but I ain't seen none of these yet. So come on. We got to get this going. We got to get this going. Now, all right, remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Until next time, be blessed.